The Talmud tells us the fantastic tale of Rabba bar bar Chana, one of the great sages who spent a great deal of time traveling the ocean. And Rabba bar bar Chana said that he was once on a ship traveling, and they saw a small little island. And the island was covered in sand, and it had grass growing from it. And they thought, we've been traveling for a long time, let's take a break. And they anchored ship, and they went onto the island, and they started to cook and to bake, and there was heat being generated, and the next moment, the whole island began to move, because it wasn't an island after all. It was a massive fish. And they ran to the ship, and they managed to get onto the ship just in time. In fact, Rabba bar bar Chana said that if the ship hadn't been close by, they all would have drowned. What is the meaning of this supernatural story? And a beautiful explanation goes as follows. That this little island represents our lives. And we're on dry land. And we think everything's just going to continue going as it has been going. We're going to continue our lives as per normal. And then something happens that just uproots everything, turns everything in its wake. And if we wouldn't be close to the ship, we would all drown. This is something that we've seen with the COVID pandemic. Life was going as normal. We were living our lives. We were going to school. We were going to shul. We were going to work. And the next minute, everything was locked down. And we were locked into our homes. And we had to have school on Zoom and work on Zoom. And shuls weren't open. Everything had turned upside down. And if not for the fact that we were close to the ship, we would have drowned. What is the ship? The ship is our family, our community, our shul, our Judaism. That is the ship that keeps us anchored, even if the world is turning upside down. And this really is the whole philosophy behind the Sukkah. The Talmud tells us that on Sukkot, tzei midiras keva, leave your fixed abode, v'dar v'diras arai, and live in a temporary abode. Because we think that our homes are a permanent abode. We think that this world is a permanent world, but it's an illusion. It's not entirely true. And things can change in a minute. And Hashem tells us that this is something that we have to take in. This is something that we have to internalize. We have to realize that it's not because of our own power and our own strength and our own might that we are coping, that we have a roof over our heads. I want you to go for a full week into a small little hut and realize that you are dependent on me. I am that ship that keeps you from drowning in stormy seas. This is the fantastic story of Rabba bar bar Chana, and this is the lesson for us on Sukkot. That our only stability, our only permanence in this world is the fact that we're part of a nation that is eternal, and the fact that Hashem is there to protect us. I wish you all a Chag Sameach.